next issues. We're going to talk about disassembly. And if you notice, we have our friend, the soft-faced hammer here. So, and PA gun guy had the exact same problem. When we go to push the pins out, okay, that one don't want to move, neither one of them want to move. Okay, I kind of can't get these pins to move. So we take soft-faced hammer, give them a little bang. Okay, now this one here will come out after a little persuasion. Comes out, and you can stick it here in stock. Hang on. This one here, there's one that's tight, and his are the same way too. There's one of these that's real tight. I just use the point of a bullet. It might not work. I don't like the idea of using a punch. It may break that little retaining spring in there. But, there we go. And now this one comes out. All right. Now, when he called the company and asked that, you know, they explained that they make the gun that way because they do not want these pins to come out while you're shooting. So they make them super tight. How they build the gun, they make it so they're super tight. Now you got to remember, they're building you a gun with a new barrel, a new receiver with 50, 60-year-old parts. Okay? So there's going to be some issues along the way. Now the next problem is, now that I got the pins out, this buttstock should come off. Just slide off. It don't. So, let's go and get our friend the mallet, and I'll show you how I've been taking the buttstock off the gun. Alright, so what I do is I take this and get the buttstock off the end of the table and use this little cutout here with a sling, that flat edge, and what I do is I just tap it. Actually, it was real tight the first time I did this, but that's how I got to get it off. Okay. Now they said it's tight, and over time, as you know, you have a break-in period, that this will loosen up. We hope. But all right, so now that's how I got the buttstock off. Okay. The trigger group comes out, and it's fairly tight. Okay, this gun goes together tight. I'll put this, yeah, make sure you don't pull the trigger. Have it on safe when you take it off. Alright, so, and this is a metal. I like it, the fact that it's a metal trigger pack or housing. And so then we kind of pull the bolt carrier out. Now, PA gun guy, his one complaint, I don't know how well he cleaned the gun before he shot it, but he said it sounded gritty and nasty in there. And if you look at this thing is covered with like cosmoline grime, grit. It's very gritty. That's what he noticed with his gun. So we're going together real tight where you got to kind of beat it off, and they said that would work. And as for, they say they fire them 20 times, but on the inside, and like I made the video about cleanliness, you know, that these guns, oh yeah, this has got, look at that. That's from inside the trunnion in there. Real grimy. He said the same thing, that he had to clean the bolt, he had to clean up in here. There was cosmoline, which I don't see any cosmoline up there, but I'm going to clean this anyway. You know, and the inside of the receiver, I don't know if it's, well, not really. The inside of the receiver ain't grimy. That looks pretty good, but I'll run a rag up in there anyway and try to clean this out. But this bolt and carrier, this is, hopefully we can get up close and look on the top of the bolt. I mean, this stuff is just in there. So this has to be cleaned thoroughly. Somewhat looks okay, and once we get it back together, we'll check the gap on it. But yeah, this is going to take some cleaning. So we'll set that aside. We're going to clean the inside, the barrel, and next I'll show you how to get the forestock off. The question was asked, what's this screw? Why isn't there a push pin like on a G3, G91 style? There's a screw. And maybe this is originally how the CETMEs were done. You had to take a screw out. And you gotta kind of turn it. I think it catches on the sheet metal, and you can just turn it by hand until you get it free. And it's very fine thread, so be careful. So it's like a double screw thing there. Yeah, it is threaded. It's threaded on the other side. Alright, so now once you got the screw out, alright, and you're going to find that, like when I first did this, it was real hard. There's resistance here. You just pull downward on it. Or you may have to be very gently pry it with a flathead screwdriver. Yeah, that thing's on there tight. There. And how that's held on in place, it's like a little C-clamp. The screw goes in one side, and the tension of the screw clamps it to the barrel. Okay, so it's probably the original way it was done. So that explains that. So we'll set that aside. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to thoroughly clean all this stuff out and reassemble. Disassembling the bolt, I'll get more into that. I got a little tool coming, it isn't here now, to depress that spring there that holds the bolt and that in there. But I ain't going to show that on camera. I'm just going to disassemble this like you disassemble any G3. You know, twist it off, pull the firing pin out. And another thing, examine the firing pin. One guy had one of these guns, and he was doing this, slapping it down, and he had a discharge when he did it. He had a AD, accidental discharge. And what happened was the firing pin broke, and that's what set the gun off. Luckily, he had it pointed in the safe direction, and no harm done. All right, let's start our reassembly. And really, there was heavy cosmoline gunk and grit on this. The inside of the receiver, of course, I didn't fire it with all that stuff on there. But like the other fellow said, for the amount of money you're paying for these guns, they should kind of at least clean the cosmoline out of the build. Alright, now this here, we just get it and there gently push this up so it snaps into place. Take our screw, get it started, and I just do it by hand, And be careful, because it's fine thread, it's small, it'll be easy to cross thread this and damage it if you get in a hurry or not paying attention. Yeah, tight, but not crazy tight. Alright. Now we got our bolt cleaned up nice. A little bit of light lubricant on there, but not heavy, no grease, no, don't get psychotic with it. There we go. Nice. Then our trigger group. Like I said, this build here, it's pretty tight. These guys built this gun real tight, which in a way is probably good. Okay, now, when we get to this point, we do the standard deal here. It kind of goes up, but not all the way. So this is where we're going to need our friend the mallet, and when we get back I'll show you how we're going to tap this, finish it up, and get ready to go to the range. Alright, so kind of a reverse type of deal. Got our gun, make sure everything's hanging off the table, our 2 pins, and then just, oh, that lined up pretty damn good. It's getting better with each beating. That one kind of doesn't want to go in. Are we slightly off or? Okay. They're tight. And there we go, guys. So let's see. How are we doing after the cleanup? It's pretty smooth. It's actually better than Century Arms deal. Now we got it cleaned. So we'll take it out, give it a go, and see what happens. Alright folks, there we have it. We have our Southern Tactical CETME C Classic gun. Very good looking on the outside, and like I said, a couple negatives, the magazine thing. Which, like I said, I got those magazines so cheap, even if I do have to modify them to fit this rifle, they'll stay there, it's not a big deal. The tight fit, it kind of is getting easier and easier to do each time I take it apart. Really shouldn't have to tap it with a mallet, but they said that they like to build it because you got, like I said, 60-year-old parts. You don't want these pins coming out while you're shooting the gun, okay? But very tight, trigger group, everything, very tight fit on everything, and pretty much about as authentic getting a CETME C can be here. The sights, everything, they say this is the original Parkerizing, the wooden stock. I mean, it's cool looking. And after I cleaned the action, which is, that last negative, they should have thoroughly cleaned it out, especially that heavy cosmoline on the bolt carrier group. But once we got that cleaned out and this thing is smooth. It's really smooth acting. So we'll get out to the range and see. Like I said, a few negative things, but pretty much positive overall. I mean, and we'll see how it runs. All right. Thanks for watching, and hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned.